All right, all right. Thank you for listening to WCEG Talk Radio. This is Millennial Talk 2.0. I am your host, Kyle Andrew. Before we get into the show, I want to make some announcements. For suicide prevention, please text CONNECT to 741-741. Early voting is coming up. So early voting is between October 15th and November 2nd, and election day is November 6th. You should already be registered to vote. So please do that. And then for the fight against domestic violence, call 404-209-0288. All right. So like I said, again, this is Millennial Talk 2.0. I am your host, Kyle Andrew. I have my co-host back from, where'd you move to?
Valdosta. Ashante here.
Shay is in the building. And we have a full house. Our other co-host is not here. She had to attend to some other business. But we got a full house, so it's all good. We have the cast and crew from the new web series, The Real Scholars. I'm going to go in order, no particular order. So we have the director, the writer, the producer, Roland Carter. How you doing?
I'm good. Great.
Tired. All right. It sounds like it. All right. We have Jabri Horges.
Yeah.
Horges? Yeah. Did I say that right? All right. How you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm doing good. Happy to be
here. We
here.
have Nick T. Smith. That's an official sounding name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we have Taylor Robbins.
Yes. Hello.
All right. So we're going to jump right into The Real Scholars, and then we're going to get into your individual achievements and accolades, because I know y'all all do your individual things. So we're going to start with Carter. So tell us what The Real Scholars is about, and just in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, The Real Scholars is basically about 4 college students who found out their schools are going through an embezzlement scandal. And the more they look into it, the more they realize there's a lot of different things going on. That's all I can do.
A lot of different things.
Spoiling the whole show.
Yeah. All right. And so what's the story? How did it come about?
So my senior year of college, you had to do a final exam project. It was like make a show, and they wanted to make it like a what was it? Not what's some shows that everybody like Real Husbands of Hollywood. Yes, there we go. They want to make a reality show, and in the middle of it was writing it, they said that we had to stop because my professor got fired. So I passed the class, but everything with it was just like, I'm just gonna take it, redo the whole show. And then funny thing, 2 months after we put out the first episode, my college actually did go through an embezzlement scandal, which was hilarious.
That's crazy. So you are a prophet?
Nah.
You sure?
I'm positive. Positive.
So that's what inspired you to write it. So some of the events that happened in the series are true events, and others just kind of happened.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you come up with the concept, but what made you want to write a thriller, like a kind of a chilling type series?
It's something different. I'm usually writing either comedy or just poetry or something that makes you laugh. So I was like, let me make something that really makes you think and make you feel emotional.
Okay. And then so oftentimes I face challenges when I'm in the creative process. So did you have any writing blocks, and how long did it take to write all of this? Because you got 5 or 6 episodes?
5 episodes. We're getting ready to finish filming soon. I took maybe a good year just to write the first half. And then after the first half, it took a couple of months to write the last 3. So yeah. And then we added in. Yeah. Because it was 5 at first, and then we added in a 4th episode.
All right. So your cast here. How did you pick your cast? When you were writing, did you see the faces? Did you already know who you wanted to pick, and you just held auditions and you were just biased? It's you're not going to get this role because I already know who I want?
No, actually when I did actor access, only one that I knew off rip, Jabri had sent an audition. I was like, he's going to play Cam. I don't know why. And then Taylor, she did her audition. I loved it. Then Nick, he actually came in on our first day. We were filming outside. The guy who was supposed to play his character didn't show up. So I was like, who can I pick in? All right, Nick, come in. Get a script. How fast you learn your lines.
Okay. So Nick, did you have any acting experience before this, or?
I really have no acting experience besides a few appearances in some music videos that are on YouTube and World Star. And I've done some, filming of my own when I was younger, back in high school and stuff. But other than that, though, I have no acting experience.
All right, that's what's up.
It's definitely been a pleasure.
All right. So did your characters live up to the expectations that you had in your imagination when you were first writing, or did they exceed those expectations?
They exceeded.
Yeah.
Especially I can say Jabri character actually, when we were filming one scene, actually brought me to tears. Him and his mom, they had a conversation.
What episode is that?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it. it actually just made me feel because the episode was basically about him talking to his mom about his dad. And as you know, I lost my dad when I was 15. So that kind of made me feel like how he was talking made me realize that that's me when I was talking to my mom.
All right.
And then with Nick, once again, I'm talking about came in, learned his lines on spot. Even though like first episode he had like 3 lines, he was like, all right, cool, I got you. Boom, 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 boom. We ended up re-filming that scene since it was a colder environment. Hey man, instead of filming outside. And it was great. He came in, had everything straight. Taylor was great. It took her a minute. It took us a minute to get one line. But then it was like, all right, we got it though. She came out and then we started filming. She kept, I think like this character making her come out of her shell, which I've realized because her character is not like a personality. It's totally different. So it's really making her open up. Okay.
All right. And for the cast, what have your experiences been like on set and working together? Just individually.
It was cool. You know, I like working with this cast. Everybody brings something unique and different to the table. So, you know, we can all get together and, you know, bring our experiences and, you know, our talents together and make something happen. You know, it's amazing. So, yeah, I like working with this cast.
Okay.
Me, I'm having a blast.
Really?
When we're on set, I'm laughing the whole time. So
tell me something. What's something that happened that you remember?
Getting pushed out.
I have no idea.
Getting pushed out.
First thing that comes to mind.
Being hot.
Okay, listen. I'm sorry. Listen, man.
It was definitely a sweat box day one. I think it was like,
especially when y'all was on that football field.
Yes,
bruh, I was about to die.
I'm talking about. That's the day I'm talking about. It was like what 90 degrees that day.
Bro, we ran out of water within the first hour. Can we please acknowledge that?
Black.
You.
I had on black as well.
Do we not? I had on jeans and a jersey and 12s. I was dying.
You had on an actual basketball jersey, so I know you were hot.
Bruh.
With no shirt up under it either, so you know that's really hot.
Death.
But see, that was day one. We came a long way from there.
Yeah. We got AC now.
Yeah.
We getting buildings.
Yeah, we going places.
Yeah, we getting AC now. With snacks.
Yeah, food. Pizza.
All right. So for you as the director and you guys as like actors and part of the cast, what message is it that you guys want to send with your characters that you wrote and the characters that you portray?
With the characters, I want to show like you can get through challenges. So everyone in the show is going through a different challenge. It's like, yeah.
No, he took your answer.
Literally like on the head.
Right?
Yeah. That basically you can overcome really any situation that you're going through, no matter what it is. You know, everybody goes through adversity in their life. It's just how you deal with it and get past it.
Okay.
What makes you.
All right. What about you guys?
Yeah, I say the same thing. You know, for Cam, you know, him being the star of the basketball team, you know, you would think that.
Shut up.
You know, you think that, you know, everything's peachy, everything's going good for him. When in reality, you know, he's definitely going through some trials and tribulations. You know, him losing his father. His basketball coach became his father figure, but he ended up losing him as well. So, you know, just overcoming those obstacles. You know, I just want to show people that, you know, don't think that you're down and out when you go through obstacles. Get over them. There are better days. You know, just keep striving. Keep striving.
Yeah, I think that's really good for a good message for like young high school basketball players as well. So, what about you, Taylor?
Well, I play Jada. I don't know if I said that before.
No, you didn't say that.
My character deals with domestic violence, so something I want to portray is that that's definitely not okay, and if you're in that situation, definitely you need to get out. And also, she has a child, and she's in college, dealing with a lot, so trying to portray that no matter what you have, you can still achieve your goals.
Okay. All right. So, Carter, your whole production team is a group of your friends. So do you find that either challenging or rewarding? Because I do business. I've done business. I still do business with my friends. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I want to wring my hands around their neck, but, you know, in a loving way. So how does that work?
There would have been a few times where I literally wanted to strangle one of my friends because of some issues that we had. And then there were times where just like, thank you guys for showing up because I really appreciate it because this started off with just me and Devin. He was running the camera, I'm running sound and directing and trying to be pulled around different ways. Then when we started production, started back filming the rest of the episodes, we actually brought in another dude running camera, had another dude on audio. It's just like, okay, cool. I don't have to worry about doing this by myself no more. I can like let them do that, and I can focus on the actors, make sure everything is straight. Like, all right, cool, here we go. Run that. I'm gonna be over here. Y'all handle this.
And y'all literally spend all day filming scenes, like from 8 a.m. until the sun goes down. So, and then you get up and work the next day.
Yeah. I just want to say that was one time.
That was one time?
That was.
It seems like every time almost said. That's what's happening.
Maybe.
I would say the only time it takes longer than expected is when people are late. Or, people don't show up and don't say, hey, I'm not coming, I can't make it.
Yeah.
We think you coming.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah.
And then some people like to be fashionably late.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you're an extra and decide to come in with food.
Are y'all talking about me?
No. I'm talking about her.
Oh, okay. You were looking at me.
No, I'm talking about her. I'm talking about we had the first day. She going to come and talk about something. All right, I'm on the way. This was at 9 a.m. waiting to get my breakfast and stuff. Everybody started pulling up. They pulling in. Kaz like, oh, where the food at? And I'm out here eating cookout. They eating Little Caesars. Had me looking a little bad the first day.
All right, so
I was grateful for the Little Caesars.
The pepperoni light?
Yeah, the light pepperoni.
The light pepperoni?
Yeah.
That's because you stopped eating meat, though.
It was like
yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
how has that been?
Honestly, it's not as a challenge as people say.
It's really not. It's really not.
Yeah, I don't eat red meat no more.
I did not know that, bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't tell me that.
After my birthday, you say everything's bad for you, man. First Offspray, now red meat. What's next?
Offspray?
It's bad for
I mean, but it keeps mosquitoes away.
Like the chemicals and all that.
I mean, well, probably so. That's why it keeps. Yeah, that's why it keeps the mosquitoes away. Yeah, well, I don't use it often, but I'm glad you told me though, because I don't use it often. But I'm glad I know now.
I'll take note of that. So Carter, you have two jobs. I don't mean to tell all your business, but you here. Yeah. So you have two jobs. You have your series, and you also last month you went to Virginia to work on another film. So tell us about that.
That project was interesting because that was my first feature film that I worked on ever. So just the drive the day before to go from Atlanta to Virginia out the entire time, then getting up the next morning at 11, not finishing until probably 11. We ran from 3 different locations. No, 4 locations. Then being the last location may not even go down. They was like, you know what? Forget it. We got it. We're going to do it. Making a cardboard little fold outs into make it look like a call center to making a house with a 1 room, make sure this way look right. Using a lamp as extra lights because we did have a little problems, but we ended up just blowing past it. This is what we got to do.
What's the state of Virginia like?
I hope we don't got no Virginia listeners.
Be real, just to be honest.
It's boring. Yo, the part I was in, they said I was in Prince George. Every time I was like, what's to do for fun? They said, you came from the fun.
I mean, it might have been the city you were in.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a city?
Everybody thinks Atlanta is so much fun.
Right?
I was just saying that the other day.
And I was saying it in the car earlier on the way here. I was like, everybody comes to Atlanta.
Because I have a friend, his birthday is in November. I'm sorry. Yeah. I have his birthday is in November. He was like, bro, I don't know what to do this year. I was like, no, he's from here and we've done everything. Yeah, so it's like there's nothing to do.
Once you've been here long enough, it's like
what's there to
what
do?
else is there to do? So you start because you get tired of doing stuff at night because I've done everything at the night.
Right.
Yeah.
Now everything else is fun is in the daytime.
Yeah, definitely.
It's everybody have adult activity. That's really what
day
it is.
Parties.
I had another friend that called me. He was like, "Kyle, you do grown up things." I was like, "What does that mean?" I'm an adult.
That's what
because I don't like clubs anymore.
Because we did all that when we were younger. Yeah, right. If you think about it, we partied out when we were younger in high school, and it's like now that we're grown, it's like it's not cool no more. Right. It's not as safe as it was. So it's like let's go to this art festival, and enjoy this free food and music.
Yeah. Especially since now the independent market in Atlanta, literally every day they throwing events. Like some of the artists that have actually been cool, they have events literally every week.
I need new friends. Because they're like, hey Kyle, let's go to this lounge. I'm like,
I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's how you feel.
I mean,
places that charge to get in.
Hookah bar every now and then.
Every now and then, but
I'm not down to pay to get in here no more. I'm not doing that.
All right, so one more question for Carter, then we're gonna take a break. Just in general, after all we've talked about, all the things that you do and have done, what keeps you constantly on the grind? What motivates you?
Honestly, telling a story and living from like how this year went for me was terrible the first half, and just overcoming all that, and then realize I got to keep going.
Yeah,
like after my car accident, almost dying from that, it was just like, yeah, if I would have died, this show would have never happened. So I'm gonna make sure I keep going and going and going until like I'm actually dead. But I'm not even gonna stop then because I want all of Atlanta to know who I am.
All right. So I told a lie. We're not going to a break. So we're gonna go to Taylor. Yeah, we're gonna go to Taylor. So how did you get into acting?
It's something I always kind of wanted to do in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Missouri.
Okay,
it's
how was
not
that?
An excuse, but it wasn't a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah.
So once I graduated from college, I moved down here and I kind of just jumped in. I've been on and off for the past 4 years. I would say about a month ago, I got out of a contract with an agent that wasn't that amazing.
Experiences,
so
though.
I've been trying to do some, like, submit on my own. And but other than that, just been taking classes, and that's it, really.
All right, and how did you come in contact with Roland?
Online.
Really?
It was either Actors Access or Backstage.
Backstage.
That's what's up.
So, met a friend online.
All right. So, in what ways do you relate to your character Jada? And what ways do you differ from her?
We don't. We are nothing alike.
Like how?
Well, for starters, the way I portray or like to portray her, she doesn't take any crap. She's very feisty. Me, on the other hand, I'm very lax. Yeah. I don't take crap actually, but she's more in your face. I'm very laid back, so polar opposites.
All right. So, are there any actors or actresses that you want to work with in your future, or anybody's daughter you want to play? You want to play somebody's niece, or?
Oh, I would love to play Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay.
She's my idol. I would say, yeah.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Taylor's not only an actress, she's also an author. She released her book, Augustine and Friends, in 2016. The book explores a few major changes in Augustine Lake's life. She decides to take everything that her precious city has to offer her. She explores career, sex, dating, love, and overall happiness while coping with her past. She's able to do these things with the help of her two best friends, Keely Lawrence and Gregory Hart.
Where can I get this book at? Because I didn't know about this.
I didn't know.
All of us like, what?
I might need to read.
This is I do my research.
I don't even really read books like that, but that sounds interesting to read. You know?
I am a writer. That's how I pay my bills. But yeah, I wrote a book. It's probably like it's a long story, but I'm a big fan of Sex and the City, so I drew a lot of influence from that show, and also incorporated some based off true events. So
that was my next question. Like, this is a book. Are there any true stories in the book? Maybe some things that happened to you or some other friends. You don't have to tell all your business if you don't want to.
I will say,
I'm sorry.
Most of the things some things happen to me loosely based, and then some things happen to my friends loosely based. So it's a good like 50-50 split.
All right. So what prompted you to write the book?
Business, though.
All right. So I mean, what prompted you to write the book?
I love to write.
Yeah. And
again, I'm a fan of Sex and the City and just telling real life stories. So.
All right. So I recently put that on my list of aspirations. I want to write a book. So like explain the writing process.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you go through writer's block. I don't know how to explain it. It's just you do it.
Did you go through a publisher or
self-published?
Self-published. That's what I'm talking about.
Independent game.
Yeah. So y'all really didn't know she was an author?
Nah. All three of us are looking at each other like, wait, what?
When she write a book, like, yeah.
Definitely do. And it's my baby.
Really? All right.
I would definitely like to read it. Definitely.
Same.
Like,
you have any hard copies with you or no?
I don't. But
okay.
It's on my Instagram
All right.
Definitely
All right.
doing.
You know, if I'd be like, "Where's my phone?" Oh yeah, it's up there.
All right. So Nick T. Smith.
Yes, sir.
You like you said, I was going to ask you how did you get into acting, but you said you had never had any experience before.
I've never had any acting experience at all.
Yeah. So is this something that you want to continue to do?
Definitely. Roland definitely got me hooked on it after day one.
Yeah.
Like after day one, I texted him and I was like, I gotta do more. Like you tell me where and I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Just send me the script.
All right. And how'd you meet him?
I've known Roland for about what, 5 years, maybe. Yeah. I've known Roland for some years. We both used to go to the Dream Center Church together.
Okay.
So I know him, Pastor Murphy, his son. We're like brothers.
Okay.
So we go way back.
All right. So tell me about your experience. Tell me your character. Like, do you relate to your character at all? What's his name?
His name is Vic, and in a sense, we were alike, but in a sense, we're not. You know, kind of what Taylor was saying, like how he is, like how his persona is. In a sense, we're like, you know, we definitely dress alike. We definitely dress alike. But some of the things that his character does, we're not the same. Like he's a drug seller. I will say that. I'll expose that.
All right.
He does sell drugs in the show, and I definitely don't. That's not any of my aspirations.
Of course you say that.
Like that's not
Right. But little do he know, he got
Like,
35 for the
not-
25, bro.
Got him coming high already, but nah. But yeah, in a sense, we're alike, but not necessarily. Like the way, you know, his personality is, we're definitely alike. You know, we're both funny, outgoing. You know, like to have fun, always laughing. Because the whole time we're gonna say this is comedy.
Is your character a basketball player as well?
He is a basketball player. He's actually Cam's best friend. We've been best friends since freshman year.
Okay.
So you know we're Kyrie and JR, but that
Okay.
duo is no more. You know?
All right. Yeah.
So we'll have to come up with something better.
All right. So y'all, Nick also has his own clothing line. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
I
what's the
actually
name?
have two.
Okay. So what's the name of your clothing lines?
The first one's name is Slim SLV, and that's actually, you know, the hat that I have on. You know.
All right. Product placement. So okay. Shameless plug.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a part of it, and that's not only just me. That's me as well as Will. You know, Pastor Murphy's son, and two of my best friends, Nikhil and Alex.
Okay.
Since high school. So it's all three of us together, and we have a unisex line. We do, you know, solely male clothes, solely female clothes, and then we have clothes that, you know, everybody can buy.
All right.
And they're available in all sizes. We go from t-shirts to hats. We're eventually going to do jeans, and you know, the list will go, and I can talk about it all day long.
All right. And where can we find OG Slim? And
you can
what's the other one?
definitely find Slim, and the other line will be a custom line. It's called WAPS Customs.
All right.
So that's a completely custom line. It's strictly like a boutique. You know, won't be anything sold. Basically, strictly custom items. So you can either bring me something and have me customize it, or you can tell me what you want. I can go out and get it. And then customize it myself personally, like completely top to bottom.
All right. Have you always been into like fashion? And
I've been into fashion, I would say, since about 9th grade. That was really when I started being more into what I was wearing, because that was the thing then. You know, we're getting older, but I've done it all. You know, the skinny jeans, colored skinny jeans. I wore them backwards.
you done everything.
Yeah.
All right.
I wore them backwards at one point.
How did that work out for you? How did you go to the bathroom?
I mean, it worked fine. I mean, it was pretty
All
easy,
right.
you know.
All right.
Different shoes, but the same brand of sneaker. Like I would do 2 different Jordans. I started the whole like ripped jean shorts trend at my.
You
high
started
school.
the trend.
Like I
Trendsetter.
would say I started it because once I started doing it, then everybody wanted to wear ripped jeans at school.
Yeah.
And you definitely saw some terrible pairs, and I was someone, so I would come and tell them, I was saying, why didn't you ask me to do those? I definitely would have done them for you. Like they looked way better. And eventually after that year, they tried to ban ripped jeans after that, because I took it to new levels. Like I would do the front and the back. I may have a whole pocket missing, the whole 9 yards. Like I would cut off the back pocket. Yeah. My mom, she would never get it. She'd be like, why are you cutting up all your pants? I'd be like, this is fashion, man. Like this is what's hot right now. This is what we're doing.
I feel that. All right, so now Jabri. So those of you who don't know, Jabri has been featured in over 10 productions in his career so far, including BET's The Quad, as well as another web series called Outlandish. So Jabri, how did you get into acting?
So the way I got into acting, I have a very peculiar story. You know, one day in the future, I'm definitely gonna sit down and tell my complete story. But in a nutshell, basically, I started acting for about 3 years. I went to school for biology, so I was gonna take a whole nother career route. I was gonna be a doctor and do everything like that. So long story short, that didn't end up working out. So I just tried acting. I just tried it. I was an extra, and then I just was like, you know what, this seems fun. Let me do what those guys are doing, the actual actors. I want to do what they're doing. How do I do that? So I kind of just figured it out, navigated it. You know, being in Atlanta, so many resources here from workshops and classes and people. You know, you got people doing independent films, big feature films. So if you want to get into the industry, there's really no excuse being here in Atlanta. So I kind of just tried it, went for it, and you know, now I'm here.
That's what's up. How did you meet Roland?
So I met Roland. I was looking for some more projects to be a part of. So I got on Backstage, which is for people who don't know, it's like a website where people can start projects and they can put breakdowns on there, and actors will go in there and see the project, see the breakdown in the description, and they can submit for roles, and then